Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing okay. I'm going to do a couple of short little bite-sized videos for you here. So this is the first one. It's going to be an energizing yoga sequence with sun salutations and just a really quick warm up, a quick cool down. And this video is for you really in the morning when you wake up to get yourself going, or if you're feeling a little bit sluggish, or if your mood has dropped a little bit. Which we're all prone to a little bit at the moment. So if we need that lifting, then get on with this energizing routine. It's a little bit vigorous, so just be mindful of any restrictions in your body or any limitations that might be present in terms of your range of movement. If you have any injuries or anything like that, any conditions, and you have any concerns of any kind, then please get in touch with me before you take part in any of the yoga. That said, yoga is, as you know, for everybody and anybody, and it can be modified. So I will talk you through some modifications. If you have anything such as tweaky knees, you can take a blanket or get some extra little bit of padding for if you're bearing your weight on your knees. Little pointers if you're bearing weight into your hands, like in a downward facing dog, for example, or a plank. Make sure you're pressing into all of your fingers and your thumbs, and you're not just hanging out in the heels, so you're not the heels of your hands, sorry, so that you're not putting all the pressure into the wrists. If you're pregnant, if you have any kind of heart condition, anything very serious going on with the eyes, then no inversions. In other words, no dropping your head below the heart. Otherwise, we should be good with almost anything else. Things like niggly back pain, niggly hips, that really is just for you to make sure that you're working with integrity. You're listening to your body, you're getting those messages being sent from your body to your brain, telling you don't go any further, or you can go a little bit further here. So really work according to those responses. Don't push too hard, don't move too quickly, just enjoy. All right, so here we go. So the vigorous little, well, it's not too vigorous, so don't worry yourself about that. We're going to move through a little bit of a warming up, then a few sun salutations, a few standing postures, and then we'll just come down to the mat and have a little relaxation. So to begin with, just standing in mountain pose, lift the toes, spread the toes wide, push the toes down into the mat and stand nice and tall. Lifting through the crown of the head, and take 3 deep breaths here. In and out through the mouth. So as you breathe in, feel the belly rise, breathe out. Belly sinks back down again. Belly rises and sinks back down. And now let's bring a little bit of movement into that. So breathe in, open the arms, breathe out, close the arms. Breathe in. Lift the chest, breathe out, bend into the knees. Breathe in, open out wide, breathe out and close down again. So just a couple more here, getting bigger each time with your breath moving and coming back to center. And now just some little dips as we begin to sway the arms forwards and backwards. And each sway, each swing getting a little bit bigger. Bring your breath into the movement, so breathe in as you raise the arms and breathe out as you drop the arms down. You can either stay like this, just increasing that movement and that breath each time, or you can take the legs just a little bit wider, the toes can come out a touch, and then if you want to, you can start to swing your arms down and drop your head down, just making that movement a little bit bigger each time. And then come back to center. Just quite a wide stance still. Going to start to sway the arms from side to side, and as you sway around and you turn the body, you can lift the heel. And then just allow the hands to the arms to kind of fling around, so you're not controlling them. Feels actually really quite nice. Just let them go. And then reaching up at the diagonal, stretching the body all the way from your fingertip down the side of the body to the opposite side, to the toe, all the way to the toe on the opposite side. And then reaching down on the diagonal, and then you can take it up and down, up and down. And we'll swap over, up and down, up and down. Come back to the center, shake your arms, shake your hands, shake your legs, shake everything out. Oh, absolutely everything. And then stand still. Notice that little tingly sensation moving around your body. That's your energy waking up. So we're going to start with some sun salutations now. I'm going to do this from the side so that you can see what's happening. So if you're on a mat, just stand short of the front, short edge of the mat. Standing hip distance apart with your feet. Parallel, rock forwards and backwards. And then find that center point, side to side. Find your center point. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Breathe out, bend into the knees and roll your body forwards. Breathe in, and then you can take your hands to your shins, flat back. Breathe out, fold forward, bending into the knees again. Step back into plank with your right foot. Now, just quickly, just this time only, talking about plank. Don't hang down in those shoulders. Push into the hands. Push, push, push away. And feel the shoulder blades spreading apart at the top of your back, pressing into your fingers and your thumbs. Your bottom is not sagging down here, it's not lifted up in the air. Everything in one straight line, including the head, so the head's not dropping down. Head is just creating that continuation of the natural line of the spine. Bring your knees down and then rotate your elbow creases forwards. If you do have hypermobility, keep a little bend in the elbows here. Keep the tailbone high as you bend into your elbows. Chin comes down, the chest rolls through. Roll the shoulders back and down and lift the hands for a little tiny cobra. Hands down underneath the shoulders and push down into the floor. Round through the spine. Push back into child's pose. Bring your weight forwards into your hands. Tuck your toes under. Lift the tailbone and push into downward facing dog. So just let your head drop. Give it a shake, give it a nod. Raise your right leg and then bring your right foot between the hands. Bring your left foot to close and forward fold, keeping a little bend in those knees still. Breathe in, half rise. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in and bring your arms and your body all the way up, palms together down to the heart space as you breathe out. We're going again, breathe in, reach up, breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, half rise, breathe out, forward fold. Step back into plank with the left foot, knees down, elbows in tight as you bend the elbows, chin and the chest roll through into a little cobra, maybe a little bit higher this time. If it doesn't feel right, then keep it nice and low. Push down into your hands, round through the spine, sit back onto the heels for child's pose. Bring your weight forwards into the hands, tuck your toes under, lift the tailbone, downward facing dog. Push those heels down towards the ground, maybe have a little pedal, one heel at a time, and just holding there for a couple of breaths. Press that chest back towards the thighs. Now if you want to just have a little peep, downward facing dog is not somewhere between a plank and the pose that we're looking for. So if those heels are lifted quite a long way, And putting the heels down means that we come out of the pose. Keep the heels lifted, bend into the knees, and raise the tailbone as you push the chest toward the thigh. And then just lower the heels as far as you can before the shape starts to alter and you come out of that shape that we're looking for. Okay, let's raise the left leg, bring the left foot between the hands, bring the right foot to close, forward fold. Breathe in, half rise, breathe out, forward fold. Bend into those knees, breathe in, raise the body, raise the arms, palms to the heart space. Breathe in, lift those arms up, and breathe out as we sit down into chair pose. So the weight now is in the heels. Take one more breath in here, and as you breathe out, forward fold. Keeping a bend in the knee if that feels better for you. Breathe in, half rise. Breathe out, forward fold. Step back into plank with the right foot. Knees down, elbows tucking tight as you bend those elbows. Tailbone high as you bring the chin and the chest rolling through into cobra. Push down into the hands, round through the spine and sit back into child's pose. Bring your weight forwards, tuck the toes under, lift the tailbone high. Raise the right leg, bring the right foot between the hands and push down into that right foot as you raise the arms into warrior one. The knee is tracking over the ankle, directing towards the little toe rather than the big toe there. Make sure that knee is not falling inwards. And then pivot that left heel down. This foot is now at the back, angled at about 45 degrees. The hips are open, arms strong, shoulder height, fingertip to fingertip. Just relax those shoulders down. Make sure your bottom isn't sticking out. Tuck that under. Lift up through the crown of the head. Breathe in deeply. We're not reaching forwards or back, just lifting directly up there. Back foot, pressing into the little toe, arch lifted. Turn the palm of that front hand, raise the palm up to the sky. Come back into warrior two. Bend into the front arm, arm placed lightly over the thigh. Reach back, lift, and sweep that arm all the way around overhead, opening at the side of the body, and then swing the arms back to warrior two. Straighten into the front leg, lift as you breathe in, slide that arm along as though you're sliding your arm along a shelf. Bottom again is tucked under. Open out the palms, windmill the arms to 6 o'clock, raise those arms, that left arm up high. As you slide the right arm down, you might want something here. I use a yoga block here, but if you've got something you might want to hold on to there, or you can just hold out a little bit higher up in this pose. Both legs activated, weight equal between the two. Swing the arms back to warrior two. Let's take both toes pointing in the same direction now. So just pivoting that right toe in. Hands at your hips, breathe in. Reach up through the crown of the head, breathe out. Let's bring the body down halfway. Weight is in the balls of the feet, arms out to the sides. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring the hands down. Bring the head down and just hold on to the elbows here and hang. Hands back to the hips, engage the core muscles as you lift the gaze, lift the chest, bring yourself all the way back to center. Pivot the left foot around. Just need to adjust that right foot as well, coming around with you. And we'll bring those arms out and we'll bend into that front knee, back into our warrior two. On the other side, so just check your knee is over your ankle, tracking towards the little toe, back leg is straight, lift the arch of the back foot, press into the little toe, arms out, shoulder height strong, fingertip 2 fingertip lift up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Reverse the palm. Reach forwards just a little and lift that front arm up to the sky. The back arm just sliding down the back leg. Take a breath here and come back to warrior 2. Bend into your front arm. Place it lightly over the thigh. Reach the back arm up overhead and open out the side of the body. Extended side angle. And then bring your arms back to warrior 2. Straighten into the front leg. Breathe in. Reach out. Keep your bottom tucked under. Open out the palms. Windmill the arms to 6 o'clock. Slide that left hand down as far as is possible, comfortably, without bottom suddenly sticking out and the shape of the pose changing again. Lift up as well through this posture. You can look up or you can look down. Bend into that front knee. Warrior 2. Bring those arms overhead to frame your left foot and step back into plank. Knees down. Bend into those arms. Roll through into a cobra, whatever height feels right for you. Pull back into child's pose. Tuck the toes under, lift the tailbone, down and facing dog. Let's raise the left leg and bring the left foot to the front of the mat, or it might be the back of your mat by now. Bring your right foot to close. Hang here in a forward fold. Take the elbows and just hang. You might want to bend in your knees here as well. And then roll the body all the way back, standing in mountain pose. Step back once more with the right leg, and we'll take both toes to the side, the long side edge of your mat, so facing me again. And then bring your heels in a little so that your toes are facing out, hands to your hips, slide your way down into a wide squat. Knees tracking over the toes, so make sure your knees are not falling in here. And then you can take your hands onto the thighs and drop, dip your right shoulder down, left shoulder up, looking out behind that back shoulder there, and then coming back and bringing your left shoulder down, right shoulder back, looking up over that right shoulder, back to center. Bring your hands down, toes in, raise the tailbone and hang one more time. Bring your hands down and just step the knees down, knees together. Sit back on the heels, forehead down to the mat, hands down by your feet. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. And then bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing up into a seated position, bringing the palms together at the heart space. 3 deep breaths. And feeling energized, alert, feeling the power from this center of the body, this heart space, the warmth and the energy emanating from this place, but also feeling a sense of calm and clarity through your practice today. So have an amazing day. Namaste.